Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Brixtina. If you don't know who I am, I'm a transgender woman here sharing my experience on YouTube, and today's video is a fun one, so y'all better like and subscribe. Today we're getting political. I don't usually do that because one, my channel is for the vibe, the fun, but I can't stay away from what's happening right now. As someone who has a platform, I want to share. I've always shared my experience. I am a teenage transitioner, someone who transitioned as a minor many years ago, and I think I should be able to share my experience on what's happening right now. So as I share my thoughts on today's video, which I have entitled Why Trump Hates Transgender People, I want you guys to just listen, and I want you guys to know the experience that I'm sharing to you is from one who has really lived an experience of a transgender woman through so many years of her life now. Besides that, you may see X's on my hand. It is 2 in the morning when I'm filming this video. I just went to the Icon Baby release party here in LA to support the trans icon, Chase Icon. So that was really fun. So a little bit of fun before we get into today's video. But again, please like and subscribe. Follow me at TS Brixtina on IG. And let's get into why Donald Trump hates transgender women. The Trump administration clearly is in the White House right now, and I'm going to be a fighter against it. I've always been a fighter. I've always been a voice for the voiceless, and I really want to use my channel to make some good. So I'm going to just talk about what the Trump administration has done. There's 4 major things I'm going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the identification of transgender women, the name change, legal documentation. We're going to talk about the sports. We're going to talk about the idea of kids transitioning, and we're going to talk about the military. I'm going to keep it really quick. Identification, number 1. First day, on inauguration speech, Donald Trump and his conservative, it's not just Donald Trump, this is the conservative part of the country who does not like transgenders, have been fighting for the idea that America recognizes only 2 genders, and the fact that transgender people should not be identifying or changing their gender markers on their thing. I transitioned at 12 years old. I changed my legal name and gender at 14. It was a pivotal moment for me as someone who did that. And the fact that we are having Americans not able to do that is crazy. The country and the party, apparently, that talks about censorship and government being in control of us too much, is the party that is limiting the way us Americans can identify ourselves and limiting the speech, the identity, our divinity as women to go, I don't identify from what I was born at. I don't get to decide how I'm born. But what I do get to decide is how I want to identify as. And the fact that our government has limited that and then made it a ploy to say they're defending women and men, real women, is crazy. I have lived my life, my entire life as a woman. I've never been treated like a guy. But when I go on the social media app and I go into the world, people just think I'm a man. They hear transgender, they think that. I transitioned at 12 years old. What man skills did I learn? Nothing. And besides that, think about that. If I transitioned at 12, I was pretty feminine looking back in the day. So just keep that in mind. The fact that this administration is trying to limit our name changers and our markers, it's crazy. They're not defending anyone. What they're defending is their conservative ideology that we are wrong, that we must hide ourselves, and that the fact that these men are coming after real women, not happening. It's not happening. If I didn't change my name at 14, so many things would have gone wrong for me. If I didn't change my name when I transitioned, I would have had an SAT score, because I was in high school, an SAT, a high school score, substitutes calling me the wrong name all the time, always having male in the system. I would have had, a male presenting SAT score, male presenting shit on the college apps. It would have made so much worse. And I have to explain myself like, hey, I'm a transgender woman. Look at me. Fucking titties and all this stuff. And like, that's like crazy. Crazy. It's a hard thing to explain. But when that is changed, I don't gotta explain that. Nothing has to be said. No one has to know. And that's what it is. They want to out us. They want the people to fear us. It's not gonna happen. Not on my watch, Mr. Trump. And then they're going to talk about it. Men, transgender women competing in women's sports. They call us men. What the hell? I've never been played in sport. And they talk about this. It was a huge thing, especially during the election, and the idea of these men beating up women. There is so little transgender women and men in sports that it is a huge nothing. There is maybe a handful at the collegiate level who are playing sports. And I actually saw a story. I was at the gym at Planet Fitness, and I saw the story of the fencer and the girl taking a kneel. And she had every right to do that. But the idea of her demonizing her opponent, he was a man. Oh, he's a man. He's a man. She is not a man. She clearly is a woman. I actually did some research. I'm pretty sure, I'm not too educated on this, but the girl had transitioned like as a child, I'm pretty sure. So, and she was pretty feminine and like didn't go through all the puberty. And the idea, it was a demonization. And it was the idea of taking an act and a stand. And I wish that transgender woman also took a stand, saying, hey, this is not okay, what's happening to me. And we got to take stands for that, because what is happening is there's a demonization. And there's a demonization against transgender women. And I understand the idea as everyone doesn't agree on my opinion on this, but the fact that this is not happening. There is not many transgender people playing in sports, but when they are, they're so demonized and they're attacked for it. How dare they do that? Stop attacking us. There's like one transgender girl there. Are we going to demonize the one transgender girl? Just the one girl who probably was playing sports because she transitioned many years ago? It's not like they're just allowing these non-transitioners to play in women's sports. It's not happening. It's not happening. So stop with the lies. It's a lie. There's not that many transgender athletes. There's very little. There's barely transgender people on this earth. It makes like 0.3% of Americans' population. It's a very small percentage of us. Yet we're the loudest talking point in the news at all time. We were the first thing the Trump administration went after. And it's freaking crazy. And then, as someone who transitioned at a young age, I transitioned at 12, medically at 14. Medically at 14. I never mutilated my body. I have never had a surgery before then, but I did stop my puberty and block my testosterone growth. And I did that because I sacrificed a lot of myself to be the woman I was meant to be, because the universe didn't give me that. I wasn't allowed to be the woman at birth, but I was allowed to become the woman I wanted to be because I had that opportunity. Trump is trying to target insurance companies from helping pay for transgender individuals to get their medicine, especially youth. They're coming after minors. They're making it at 19 years old is when you can transition medically. That's crazy. At the age of 18 that I am right now, I can go to jail. I can do a lot. I'm being charged as a grown woman. But because of this Trump administration, I can't transition. I can't get on my hormones if I wanted to start today, if I had not started already. That's crazy. The idea that they're limiting us from doing this is a limiting government. They're trying to put a hold on us. Transgender people have existed for hundreds of years. And we have just now been allowed to do medical transitions. And some kids are ready. I was that child who was ready to transition. You think my parents wanted that? You think my family wanted that? No. But I took the sacrifice on myself. And people need to realize that, yes, minors who are transitioning are probably the most steadfast people. Because if you have the mental equality at 12 years old to say, no, I'm meant to be a woman and I'm meant to do this, and go, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice I'm going to put my body through a lot to be the woman I'm meant to be, is that it's not body mutilization. And it's not that. It's the idea of womanhood and chasing that and chasing the woman that has been inside you your whole life. And once you do that, you don't have to chase anymore because you're living it. You're living it. Enough is enough. So stop, Donald Trump. Stop, because I am the story. I have a funny story. I was talking to my guy in my engineering class because, I'm doing aerospace engineering in high school. And I was doing manufacturing class. He was talking about transgenders and, I just don't think that kids should transition. And I said, well, it's personal for me. He goes, why is it personal to you? He didn't know I was transgender. And I go, well, I was that kid that transitioned and changed my life. I got to live my life as a woman. No one, you didn't even know. Because I got to transition at a young age. Because I got to live my life as a woman at a young age, change my name, all that. There was never a mistake made. And that's what this administration is trying to change. They want to out us. They want to attack us. And people might say, well, I love you. And I voted for Trump, but I love you. I'm going to fight for you. And I'm going to protect you. I don't need to be protected. I want to live my life not wanting to be protected. So don't vote against my ambition. Don't vote against your family member. Don't vote against that. What they're doing is crazy. and they're attacking us. And an administration that cares about service, blocking transgender people from entering the military. Why? Because we can fight. We can fight for this country that we put so much love and passion to. They want to attack us from. So what I say today to this administration is that we are ready. I'm ready. I'm going to be fighting it. And guess what? We are here and we're not going anywhere. I've lived my life as a straight woman majority of my life. My entire life, I've been treated like that. So this world wants to treat me like I'm othered. I'm not going to live that. I'm not going to allow that. And I'm going to fight this oligarchy that chooses to divide us. Because baby, guess what? We are here and we're not going anywhere. I'm trans and very proud of being trans. I don't live my life as this like screaming trans proud person. But on social media, I will always stand up because I remember being that girl watching all these YouTube channels, being like, I want to be like her because I knew I was meant to be a woman. And guess what? I made that choice and I made the sacrifice of transitioning because I knew I was ready. And this world may have not been ready for me, but I was ready for it. So guys, this is what's happening in America. We see it and we have to stand up for it. Don't be silent and don't be scared because if we're scared and we don't do anything, more bad stuff will happen to us. We will be jailed. We are going to be attacked. Trust me when I say this administration has already done a lot for us. Don't act like they won't do more. Clearly, transgender people are under siege and we must know that we have to fight. So, are you ready to join the fight? Okay, you guys. I apologize for the weird cut we had. But I can't change that. My fucking camera died. Donald Trump was coming for me. I was like, what? No. I've also filmed this video like 13 times. So we got to get this video done. But we are here to fight. We will not let this fight stop. And we will not stop showing in America what is happening. What is happening is the demagogues are taking over. They want to demonize the dolls. And we're not doing that. We say no to that. We are fighting against it. So if you're ready to fight with me, join. I'm ready. I'm always going to be ready. Because our womanhood will, and the manhood, the womanhood, all the hoods are going to be demonstrated through peace and love and through protests and through fighting and through videos like this. And I expect to see a response in my comments from each side, wavering whether this is good or bad. Well, guess what, Donald Trump and these Republican, these conservative people who are out against their own interests. I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying the people who are out against their own interests. Guess what? You're getting shown that it was never about social issues and it was never about the economy. It was about him getting power. And guess what? To us trans people, we must fight because we never know when they're going to come and attack us and knock on our doorstep. So you guys, I love y'all. Join the fight. Join the revolution. And guess what? I'm joining it. Baby, this is the trans revolution. The resolution of the trans. And I'm going to be that voice for the voiceless. And I'm going to stand on 10 toes every time I can. You guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching my video. Sorry for the weird cut. And just thank you for all the love and support. I'm going to be posting so many more videos because I'm ready. I'm ready to, one, fight for the trans community, share my story, and be a team. I love y'all so much. Please like and subscribe if you like this channel, this video. I love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.